Hello everyone, we're heading back to Dark Visions to re-clear the Dark Pegasus fight. So this is our magic sub-boss, Fire or Water. We're going to stick with the Fire-based team, and it is a bird type. So instead of doing a turn 1 clear, we're going to go for a turn 2 clear, which makes things a little bit easier. We pretty much have 2 DPS to carry all the damage, everybody else just kind of helps out. So our first slot here is Louise. Now Louise is just a fire breaker. We need somebody to break spirit and somebody to imperil fire. Louise does that, Kid does that, and Olive might work as well, as I had a bit of extra damage with the 90 break. But pretty much just need spirit break, fire, and peril for this slot. Next we need somebody to do a double mirage stack. So I'm using Barb, and there's lots of options. I mean, what is it? Christmas Tiana does double mirage. Kid actually does double mirage as well. And there's a few other units I can't think of off my head, which do have a double mirage stack. I mean, Kaito does what, 4. Sylvie does some as well. And then for this slot, we also need to make them a chaining partner. So the ring for quad black magic. And then we have a Fire Esper, so I'm using Phoenix, and we have the Chaos Wave Fire learned on Phoenix, just so that she can chain with Lena. And then we have Lena in the base form. Now, she's one of the big damage dealers. We go first with her to put up the field for Tsukiko. And I got her set as a double hand build. And it's just Evo limit damage for her. So we're maxed out on Esper, Evo, and limit damage. And that's about it there. And then for our next slot, we need somebody with a perfect dispel. So Starlight Elena has a perfect dispel. Frostblade Frivia has it on her Break Magnus. Kaito has it on his Break Cooldown. And there's a few other units that just dispel beneficial only buffs. And that's what we use in Starlight for. And the other thing for this slot is just to have Yuna's Necklace, the boosted version, to boost Lena a little bit more. And that's about it there. And then we have Tsukiko, ignoring the base completely. And in her shift, it's just Evo damage. So we maxed out Esper and Evo there. And that's all that matters for her. And then we're using Leftia as our buffer. Essentially, we need a fire buffer. And we need a bolting chainer as well. So Leftia carries both of those. We are going to use her hat for the 60%. Well, technically it would be 80 or so on Tsukiko, as we'll get the boost turn 2 as well. And then she needs her Scarlet Wave just so that she can be a chaining partner. Other than that, it doesn't really matter. We're not using her for actual damage. Alright, let's jump into this. Alright, so we can have Tsukiko go first, which we could have started her in the shift, would have been fine too. So we're going to fill her Magnus. We're going to do a double Firestorm and then do the Blast, just to reduce the amount of damage that she's doing. Starlight is going to Hymn of the Faith Plus to boost Lena. Barb in the shift form, because that's where she has it. We're just going to triple cast. So her Mirage for the rest of the team doesn't hit herself, so she has to also Cyclone herself. And then third cast, we'll just do a wasted move that does nothing. Louise, we can do Fire Starter, Incapacitate, Break Resist, because whatever, Firepower is not going to do anything either. For Leftia, so we'll do Elemental Fire on Tsukiko, Prayer for 300% buffs, and then a little 30 fire boost for everybody else. And Lena can just guard turn 1. So we'll get 2 hits there. And the boss buffs himself. So Starlight just needs to get rid of that. So hers is Polaris. And that way the boss no longer has defense and spirit buffs. Mainly the spirit buff is what matters here. And then the bottom four are going to chain. Louise is going to do nothing. So Quad Chaos Wave Awakened and Limit Burst for Lena. And then Tsukiko is going to do Fire Magnus. And Leftia just hits up Scarlet Wave. So 4.8. A little bit of overkill there. And that is the perfect. So looking at damage, Tsukiko did almost everything we needed. Lena carried up the rest plus a little bonus. Everybody else was there just to support him. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.